This is a true story. It happened a few years ago when my family and I were staying at a fancy hotel for my cousin's wedding. I was a 12-year-old kid, rudely awakened from my slumber by a rough shove. With the first light of dawn barely peeking through the curtains, I thought it was my sister's prank. But as my eyes adjusted to the morning light, I realized I was alone in the room. The air was thick with the smell of hairspray, a scent I associated with my mom getting ready for a big day. Yet she was nowhere to be seen. I could hear the faint sound of running water, the shower perhaps, and the hurried footsteps that seemed to echo from the bathroom. A sudden knocking on the door startled me. I rushed to open it, expecting to see a member of my family, but was met with an empty hallway. I was starting to feel uneasy, but I brushed it off as my imagination. I heard the shower stop as I passed by the lavatory, then my father's heavy footsteps. I called out to my mom, but her response felt off. I made my way downstairs, a gnawing unease growing within me. As I entered the dining room, I was met with the sight of my family, already halfway through their breakfast. The clock on the wall read 10 in the morning. How had I lost so much time? My sister, between bites of toast, casually mentioned that I had just been to the bathroom. Confusion washed over me. I hadn't, had I? I walked back upstairs, my heart pounding in my chest. I pressed my ear against the bathroom door, and there it was. A voice, my own voice greeted me from inside, a chilling echo of myself. Paralyzed with fear, I could only whisper the truth to my family. When I finally told my family, my sister revealed a similar experience from the day before. Fast forward 2 years later, as my cousin and I were chatting over tea, I shared my story with her. The memory of the hotel incident, still fresh as if it occurred just yesterday, spilled from my lips. I recounted the morning disturbance, the chilling discovery, and the dread that lingered. Her eyes widened as I told her about the voice from the bathroom, my voice greeting me while I was standing petrified outside the door. The color drained from her face as she listened, her hands clutching the teacup tighter. Then, with a trembling voice, she shared her own story. On the eve of her wedding, her fiancé had appeared downstairs, mingling with the guests, while he was actually fast asleep upstairs. A doppelganger, an echo from another realm, had been among them, unnoticed, undetected. To my surprise, she froze and told me it happened to her too. The realization sent a cold shiver down our spines. Our laughter faded into a haunting silence. Her fiancé, now husband, had appeared downstairs while he was actually asleep upstairs. A sense of dread starts to creep in as the protagonist and her cousin exchange worried glances. It's clear now that their experiences were not isolated incidents. This wasn't just a trick of the mind, a half-remembered dream, or a playful prank. This was something real, something inexplicable. They were both haunted by the same phantom presence, a presence that had an unsettling knack for mimicking their loved ones. They found themselves in the midst of an uncanny mystery, one that seemingly had no solution. A chill ran down their spines as the gravity of the situation sank in. They were left with more questions than answers. Was this a glitch in the fabric of reality? A spectral doppelganger, or perhaps a glimpse into a parallel universe? It's a story that still sends shivers down my spine, a mystery we may never fully understand.